Hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me, please. So, my name is Janet Wright. I'm an energy healer, reader, and teacher, and this is going to be a group healing called a healing masterclass. In this group healing, I will be healing 91 people that prepaid on my website a sliding scale fee. And so I'll be doing the healing, chakras, aura, all sorts of cool stuff, new chakra stuff too, also. And the theme is work-life balance. So that's going to be good. I think a lot of people need that. I know I need it. You can never have too much work-life balance, I think. It's just one of those topics that just, balance is in the name, so you can't go wrong. And it works on past life issues that affect your work-life balance too, so it's gonna be cool. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. And Archangels Ariel and Jophiel will be helping me a lot since it's a healing masterclass, and they do that for the healing masterclasses. And so they may give me messages out loud, and if they do, well, if they give me messages to say, I will say them out loud. That's what I mean to say. What else? I'm not getting the messages that you hear me. So that's kind of a thing. Let me see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Gonna have to wait for that first. Just because sometimes weird things happen with the stream. Bambi's messing with my wires anyway. Okay, good. Thank you. Yay. Oh, and I forgot to give geeky stats in last triplet set, in last group healing. So this group healing, I do have the statistics for you, the breakdown of where people are, the 91 people. They're in 7 different countries. And among those 91 people, there are 6 kids, ages 5 to 12. So for kids, work-life balance is probably different. But, for kids, work might be, getting ready for bed, or, doing something that is not super fun for them. That could probably apply, and this healing will help with that. Also, it could help them with their future work energy, which is important. So the energy of their careers in the future, in this life. So that's nice. Past life, work-life balance issues that they have brought in could help with that. So it's neat that some kids are getting this too. I like that. Plus the chakra work, of course, is going to benefit them. The chakra and aura and grounding and all that. But anyway, okay, so then the 91 people are in 7 countries, 67 of them are in the US, 9 are in Qatar, 6 are in Indonesia, 5 are in the UK, 2 are in Spain, 1 is in Portugal, and 1 is in Canada. So, hi everybody! And also hello to viewers that are watching but were not able to or chose not to receive the healing from me. That's okay too. And you guys can just heal yourself as you watch. And if I'm healing you, you're one of the 91 people that prepaid on my website before it sold out, then you could heal yourself at the same time, but you don't have to heal yourself live. You could do whatever you want. You could just watch and enjoy and, have your healthy beverage and relax and just listen and, think about receiving and enjoying the healing. But it's up to you. Whichever way, there's no bad or good about it. You won't get in the way if you heal yourself at the same time as I'm healing you. So I'm not going to preview the techniques that we're going to use because I feel like some of them could change a lot, and so then we might not need certain other techniques, and so it's sort of like a flower that opens up and you're not sure what color it's going to be at first. I mean, I know the neighborhood of color, but I can't give an exact preview of the techniques right now. But I do know the new technique will relate to chakras and helping them to feel better and relax and work better so that you can be a lot more present. So that's a good one. But as far as the work-life balance, what techniques we'll use for that, you know, later there'll be a summary in the comment section, a text summary, so you could see that. But and in the title later, I'll modify the title to imply how we did it. But I'm gonna leave that right now to a little bit of mystery, unless the archangels wanna preview it at some time. But we'll just kind of experience it together. So thank you for all my hellos. I really love them. My hearts and flowers and smiley faces. They're adorable. And my mushrooms and plants. Love little emojis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Right. So definitely, of course, aura repair. Definitely, of course, chakra repair, chakra unblocking, grounding unblocking, wide grounding. And definitely helping you to be in more chakras. So that's that. Oh, and I did on my website, janetwrightreadings.com, I did on the payment page, if you go into the sessions menu and payments, pay here or something like that. I now have listed there all the group healing themes through March of 2021. So for like the next, you know, whatever, 6 months or so, or 7, I don't know, whatever March is from now. So you can see all the themes. And October is what's available right now on my website as of yesterday. So I wouldn't snooze on it if you want it. If you want the October triplet or the October Healing Masterclass or both, you could just go for it. Because they are selling out faster than before. Lately the triplet set was selling out like in 11 days, but it might sell out faster than that now. I don't know. So I'm just saying, don't make assumptions. Just use your intuition. If you want it, you know, pay, you know, do what's best for you, but I'm just letting you know the context. Okay, woohoo, let's do this. So I am going to be quiet for a minute, so we'll have a quiet moment where you can just check in with yourself and reground maybe, or just breathe, or write in your journal, or, you know, like I said, have your healthy beverage, any of the above, just for a minute or two while I finish my prep, and then again say hello to all the 91 people to make sure everyone on a spirit level is paying attention and ready. So I'll be quiet. And then when I start the healing, I'll probably do it for 30 seconds or 60 seconds without talking first, just so I get a real good sense of it. And then I'll start explaining. Oh, and just to say one quick thing, I will be doing a Q&A live stream in just under 2 hours from now. Like, you know, what is that? 1 hour and 47 minutes from now, roughly. I'll be starting a Q&A live stream where you could post 1 or 2 questions right at the start, max 1 or 2 questions. And I'll try to answer questions from as many people as possible regarding work-life balance or any energy issue at all. Okay, thanks for waiting. So let's amp up your hands first, because you use your hands in energy healing, and so that'll be fun. So healing energy gets generated, well, energy gets generated from any chakra, right? And you can generate energy at a specific color or vibration. Just with your intention. It's sort of like dialing a knob and you're like, okay, that's the color I want, like a radio station, finding a radio station. So you just, with your intention, you just set them to generate gold light. Why gold? Because metallic gold is a fast moving vibration, but not too fast as to be like unsettling or disturbing or overwhelming or something. Like white would be too much, in my opinion, but gold is not too much. And then, of course, rainbow colors are nice to run in your space on a regular basis, like chakra colors, rainbow colors. But healing energy is nice at a gold. So just have your intention be that your fingertip chakras also and your hand chakras are generating gold light. And then you want to open up the chakras more. And don't sort of rely on that, oh, I know how to do this. This is boring. Kind of have that wonder of it's the first time and you're doing this. And because you'll realize potential that you haven't before if you do it that way. Like you have limitless potential. So it really doesn't matter if yesterday you were a decent self-healer. You can be an even better self-healer today. There's always room for more improvement. So also heal now I'm going to heal the 91 people doing what I'm suggesting that you do, which is open up your hand chakras, your fingertip chakras, and also even your shoulders and your arms and your elbow joints and your shoulder joints, just because you want it all nice and flowing. Because these joints don't generate the healing energy that you're using, but they support these chakras that are generating the healing energy. So if you have really awesome flow here, then these chakras are so supported that they can really be like little Olympians generating amazing amounts of energy. So just imagine a copy of your shoulders and your arms and your wrists and your hands, and just heal the whole thing. Lots of gold light, unblock your hands. And if you're healing yourself, you can unblock your hands this way too. Because shoulders and arms and hands, they're pretty easily reachable. The only thing is the back of the shoulders is really good to do also, and that might not be so effective to do it this way just because it's uncomfortable and weird. So if you have a copy of the back of your shoulders, like there, and you just sort of, you imagine a copy and you just heal this whole upper back, neck region, just heal it up and unblock the inside of it. And then the front of it, the front of the shoulders, arms, the elbows, the wrists, and the hands, the fingertips. And some of you guys, might think, well, I'm not a healer. Janet's a healer. I'm not a healer. But that's just silly. I mean, I have the same chakras that you do. I mean, maybe I have more past life experience doing healing maybe than some of you, but it doesn't matter. The chakras still work. So you don't have to, by having an identity setting that's sort of negative like that, you can just say, I am healing myself. I am a healer. Make an identity that's helpful. So just open up your hand chakras and just allow yourself to be a powerful healer. I am a powerful self-healer. Something like that. And just let those energy centers really just be happy and unblocked. Okay, cool. Good job. So I got to write down what we do because later there'll be a summary of everything that we do in the comment section, and there'll be timestamp links. So you could pick and choose a topic if you want to go back to something. So we did hands, shoulders, arms, etc. I don't know the timestamp on that. We'll see. I'll figure it out later. Okay. So now let's do grounding and aura. Grounding and aura repair. So grounding, I always suggest it's as wide as possible. And so now that you have your hand chakras really just rocking and your fingertip chakras, you can imagine a copy of your grounding. Like first, just remake your grounding. So think of it, it comes up high up to your third chakra right there. Below your sternum bone is your third chakra. And so you can bring up your grounding that high and make it as wide as your whole aura, so out to about here, if you have a nice poofy aura. And red or orange or yellow, a big red or orange or yellow grounding all the way down to the core of the earth. Pick a color that you like of those three. The reason I suggest that range of those three colors in particular is just because it's a more comforting vibration for your lower chakras, so it's less triggering. So even though you may like purple, for example, as a spirit, I like purple quite a bit. But I wouldn't, if I'm awake, I wouldn't have a grounding that's purple because it wouldn't soothe my lower chakras properly. So I would probably be more easily triggered. So we don't want that. So anyway, just imagine a copy of your grounding out in front of you, a little mini copy, and use all that gold light that you are generating to melt the blocks that are in your grounding. If I look at somebody who's never gotten a healing before, somebody's boyfriend who, the client, she paid for her boyfriend to get the healing. I think in this case, he doesn't know consciously, but his spirit said yes, so I'm fine with that. His grounding has like a big column it looks like a big column of rock, like right in the center, all the way up and down. And that's not uncommon. So if you have rocks in the center of your grounding, just melt them, take your time and surround them in lots of gold light and just let them melt. Somebody's parents that are getting this healing for the first time, their grounding tends to be narrow, which of course also is very common. So you just want to just heal it to the point where it just kind of opens back up. Because a lot of times it's narrow and it's staying narrow even though you tried to make it wide because there's just so many blocks right there in the center. So you just heal the whole thing more and then it just kind of opens out. Kind of like if you have curtains and you've gathered them up with your hand and then you let go and they release and relax. So they're nice and wide again. Somebody else's boyfriend who is conscious, his grounding is rocking already. He's new to it, but it looks like he rocked some videos or something before in the last couple of weeks. So he's all set with a nice wide grounding. Let's see, how about some women? One female client, the back of her grounding is sort of half blocked. Like it's like this confusion soup back there in the back of her grounding. And I think she just thinks, well, that's my mind. I'm just that way. My mind has anxiety and confusion and whatever, but it's actually energy that's stuck in her grounding that's not releasing. So you just imagine your grounding, particularly the back. And if you get a sense there that, confusion or stress or fear or whatever, just melt it away. And, if there's something that's just not clearing, just say, angels, can you please help me clear this? And by saying angels in your mind, your angels hear that and they will help you out. Somebody else who is somebody's friend, and she's been through a rough divorce and she's a single mom and she's very new to all this energy stuff. Her grounding, it's just so much like self-doubt. You know, there are all these energy blocks in her grounding, and also her ex's energy is literally in her grounding, like insulting her and criticizing her. So that's no good, right? So if you feel like criticism, you feel, you know, kind of oppressed, it's possible that you have people's energy literally in your space, perpetuating that sense. So you just stay peaceful, keep breathing, and just melt it away. So you just imagine the energy blocks in your grounding that are maybe from an old boss or an old coworker or whoever, you know, a family member, and just melt them. Melt the pieces of energy away. It helps the other person actually, as well as helping you, because then they get back a cleaned up form of their energy and they have more energy. And then you get to go on with your life. Okay, cool. So that was sort of like extra grounding work that we did. So now let's do aura repair finally. Some people, a lot of veterans did not need aura repair, which I was very heartened to see when I checked everybody yesterday afternoon and evening. I'm heartened to see it because it doesn't mean that they don't have people throwing energy at them. It means that they're learning to repair their aura when they need to, which is exciting. And also, maybe they've done that conflict resolution video, resolve conflict and boundary issues video, which you know, helps the people that would throw energy to sort of calm down and just recenter and not do that. And that's really nice. So if you find yourself, like I told this one client, oh, by the way, your aura has been damaged since yesterday. And she emails me back and says this big, long story about this neighbor and how negative he is and blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, you know, try not to waste a lot of energy. I mean, I don't mind that she told me that, but it's indicative of that. That's where her mind goes, you know, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And like 20 different point, you know, like a 20-point PowerPoint demonstration about why he's so negative, you know, but just try to be more efficient and more focused about it and just be like, oh, I can repair my aura. I can repair my aura more often, and I can do resolve conflict and boundary issue flowers with that person. And that actually will help him to chill out and, you know, leave me alone. And, you know, sure, maybe you have to do that every once in a while, but it's nice to do. And then you don't have an ongoing war with somebody. And it really can work. You know, you just have to redo it occasionally, but it takes, you know, 20, 30 seconds to redo once you learn the process of offering the flowers that your angels have checked, and you offer it at a respectful distance to the person. It's easy. So I'll link that video below later, resolve conflict and boundary issues. You could search Janet Wright, resolve conflict, boundary issues to find it. But anyway, so long story short, aura repair. So you just imagine a copy of your aura out in front of you, and you imagine any rips. Even if you can't see, you could still imagine if there are rips. Just it'll feel like you're making it up, but you're not. And so just wash them out, clean them out. And when you clean them out with the gold light, then at some point they get so clean that then your gold light is making contact with the ripped parts and not just the muck that has built up around the ripped parts. And so once that happens, then it starts growing back. Your aura starts growing back. And so then you just have to keep up with it for another little bit until and the rips could be up top, they could be in the bag, they could literally be anywhere in your aura, but most often they're in the top and in the back. But it's good to check everywhere just intuitively. Once all the rips are healed, then your aura expands a lot because energy is not leaking out anymore. Okay, and grounding again, unblock your grounding one more time, just because that process could have caused you to want to release a lot more. And as you release more, you can still get blocked up. So somebody mentioned that sometimes healings are exhausting for them. And there are two reasons why that would be. One is third chakra gets blocked up, which, you know, you can definitely unblock and get better flow there. Also, your grounding. If your grounding gets blocked, then it's very, like, it'll totally change your day in not a good way. So keep unblocking your grounding and healing and opening up your third chakra, melting away cores that are going into your third chakra. So then, because if a healing actually makes you exhausted, something is weird. Sometimes people are just clearing a lot of energy, but that's a different feeling. That's kind of like, you know, I need to take a nap, but then I feel like $1 million frickin' dollars. You know, that's that kind of thing. So if you would choose the word exhausted kind of means like, you know, oh my God, I'm, you know, it's not a good thing. So then I would say if that's a sensation for you, you know, unblock your grounding, heal your third chakra, melt away cords from your third, you know, and if that sensation continues, you know, mention in a Q&A, post it under any video, because something's going wrong if you're exhausted from a healing. Typically, like I said, occasionally there's something where it's just like it's the best theme for you ever in the history of all mankind, and you're just catching up on all the releasing that you wanted to do for the last 10 lives. Yeah. In which case, you know, there'll be a day where you're just like, whoa, you know, but you know, that's unusual. Okay. So grounding and blocking, aura repair is done. I'm unblocking the very top and the very bottom of the aura. Because that helps with flow of everything. So this part, very top of your aura, all your aura layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the very bottom of your aura layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you just comb through both of those areas and melt away, because they can get really stuck and compressed. So just imagine the compression and just melt it with gold light. Imagine any energy blocks, melt them with gold light. Typically what will happen is the outer layers will expand first, and then you just need to do a little bit extra with the inner layers. I just checked in with Ariel and Jophiel, and they're like, no, you keep going, keep going. So, okay, chakra repair. We're gonna do the standard way that I've been doing lately, which is repairing and unblocking and melting cords for chakras and energy channels all in one fabulous step. Using composite copy technique and a big tub of gold healing energy that's like a tub of water. So let's do it. So first you just make a big tub of gold water out in front of you and make it nice and wide, because you're going to have 2 composite copies in it, one for all your chakras and one for all your energy channels. Okay, so all chakras means all major and minor chakras. We're doing, you know, deluxe. So all major, minor chakras. So all 7 major chakras along your physical spine, all 7 chakras along your astral body spine, and then all the extra little minor chakras in different spots, and all the acupuncture chakras, all the acupuncture points, all everywhere in your body. Those I would call minor chakras. So just make up one open cylinder that represents all those chakras. So that's a composite copy. And so there's a cylinder part and then round openings. And so just dunk that in the gold light and let it be unblocked and repaired. Repairs, maybe there's cracks, maybe there's chunks missing. So you can use your hands as well as use the tub of gold light. But if you are just like, say, cooking eggs or something and you don't want to you don't want to use your hands, or like you're holding a child or something, then you can just let the gold light do the work in the tub, but just try to allow it a little extra. If you're just using the gold tub, maybe deep breathe and just, I can heal, I can receive this healing, I can repair, that kind of thing. And just let the gold light unblock all these major and minor chakras of your body and spirit, and repair and melt away cords, so that the only cord that you keep would be if you are the parent of a young child, 13, 14-ish or younger. You could keep the first chakra cord only to that child. I would suggest, obviously it's up to you, but I would suggest that you only keep the first chakra cord and not cords to all sorts of other chakras, because those create like controlling, manipulative dynamics between parent and child they definitely backfire on the parent. They'll drive you nuts. and it doesn't create a healthy, balanced child either. So just the first chakra cord to your kid. Just melt all other cords. If you don't have kids, just melt all cords, period. Just let them melt in the gold light. Just let go. Let go of the cords. And, some people, they do get kind of resistant and phobic. They think, well, I have this one person in my life and they're so invasive. But at this point, you still can wash away the cords. You really can. And if it's not working, just ask your angels to help. Angels, can you help me melt these cords? And just take some deep breaths. All right, and then leave that in the gold light, that composite copy of all your major and minor chakras. Just leave that soaking so it can continue to heal, repair, and unblock and lose the cords. And then make a composite copy of all your energy channels of your body and spirit. So energy channels meaning like all the little energy meridians in your body, the energy pathways of your physical body. Also just, big energy channels like down your arms, up and down your spine, up your legs. Those are energy channels as well. So your body has energy channels, your spirit has energy channels. So just make a composite copy of all those. It could just look like a tube, and just start healing it with gold light, lots of gold light. And you want to, you can dunk it in the gold tub of water as well. And melt away any leaks, repair any leaks in these energy channels. You can get leaks if you have like people throwing energy at you, and then all that surplus energy just kind of busts out in different spots. So just heal the leaks, repair the leaks. Just let the gold light relax these energy channels and heal them up, repair them. So there may be cracks, there may be little holes, chunks missing. So just let this heal and repair in the gold light, and also with gold from your hands too. And melt away any energy cords. There could be cords going into damaged parts of the energy channel, so melt cords. And you don't need any cords going in here. There's no reason really that you would want a cord going into one of your energy channels. So just melt all the cords, heal the damage, and unblock to the extent that is healthy and gentle to do right now. I just say it like that because I say it like a million times, so kind of make it more fun. But just imagine the blocks that are good to melt right now that are in the energy channel. So it's like a little clogged, and then just melt away the clog. And this is huge. This is kind of what acupuncture does. When you get acupuncture, it heals the little acupuncture chakras, and then it unblocks the acupuncture chakras and the the energy meridians. So you're giving yourself free acupuncture right now. So just keep melting away all the energy blocks that are healthy and gentle to melt in these body and spirit energy channels that you have. And just imagine new blocks, like melt some and then imagine more and melt more and then melt more. And then go ahead and repair the protective force field that is around all your energy channels. Just let that repair up. So you would just run gold light around the outside of your composite copy of your energy channels, just to let the protective force field repair around your energy channels. Okay, so soak both of those composites in the gold light. All right, good job. So yeah, let's get rid of this. So just you can destroy it all, melt it, blow it up, or hand it to your angels, since we're done with that now. Let's do vacuum boxes. But first, it's usually fun to like feel the before and after. So go ahead and comb through your aura, comb through your chakras, because we just repaired your chakras. So that's a nice before and after to get a sense of. Get a sense of your grounding right now. Unblock it if you sense any major issues you need to do right now. Just unblock your grounding, unblock your aura, and just get a sense of it, because you just repaired and unblocked all sorts of energy channels and chakras. So then, like I said, let's do vacuum boxes. So vacuum boxes are just little temporary energy devices that you create, and then your angels get rid of at the end of the process for you. And they're vacuum boxes, so they suck up any beings that are in the area. Because you should be the only being that's in your space. And sometimes you get these little annoying little tiny beings that need to go. So the vacuum boxes can suck them up and also suck up other people's energy that is in your space. So go ahead and just make a bunch of temporary ones in your grounding and your aura, all over. And I'll describe the different places to make them. So, and when I say a bunch, you can make one big one or just 10 little ones or 7 little ones. It's not science as far as like how many you make. It's just whatever feels good to you. So make some vacuum boxes in your grounding, maybe 10 of them or something in your grounding. And then make some behind your chakras, maybe 7 at least behind all your chakras, right behind in your aura. And then 7 right in front of you and right in front of all your chakras in your aura. And then let's make some in front of your shoulders and your arms and your hands. And then, maybe 10 of them all along here. And then 10 of them behind your shoulders and your arms and your hands. And then 10 right above your head. And then 10 above the top of your aura. So like if here's the top of your aura above there. So 10 vacuum boxes up there. And the last spot I would suggest is on your spiritual path in front of you. So you just imagine your path out in front of you and a whole bunch of vacuum boxes on your path out in front of you. And then you can go ahead and turn on your vacuum boxes with your handy dandy remote control. And then you can just let them work to suck up the beings, and you just relax. Have a little beverage while it's happening. Maybe you take a deep breath. Just let the vacuum boxes do their work. While they're working, I wanted to mention that one reason to clear off your spiritual path could be maybe because you need more work-life balance. So we will be doing that more right now. But another reason is like if things just seem weirdly difficult, like harder than they should be. Like I had one person and she said, well, you know, in a survey, she said, well, you know, like I bought this shelf for my son and it was defective. So then I got a refund, but now I have no shelf. And, you know, it's like everything I try to do just ends up being undone. So that would be a good reason to clear off anything that's not supposed to be there on your spiritual path. Because your spiritual path, if it's nice and positive and unblocked, things don't seem harder than they should be. So we will do that in a minute. But the vacuum boxes are all done. They're dinging, ding, ding, ding. So they're full. The vacuum boxes, you know, getting rid of the beings and everything. So go ahead and just say, angels, can you recycle all my vacuum boxes? All right, now I'm gonna, now you can go ahead and feel the difference for you. Just have a copy of your aura and you're grounding out in front of you and just feel how it feels after having done all those vacuum boxes. It's just so nice. Very nice. Okay, so we will get to clearing your spiritual path, but first, Jophiel has a different suggestion as far as the order of things. So the new thing that I wanted to do today has to do with removing chakra devices that you have, and they're pretty specific. I think the angels, the funny word, the angels want to call them is like chakra rubber band devices. A rubber band, and, you know, and I'll explain it extra just because I know there are people that speak, you know, 7 different languages that are listening, and, you know, so rubber band might not be in their English vocabulary, you know. So a rubber band is, you know, something that stretches. You know, and you might use a rubber band, a special rubber band, you know, for your hair, to put your hair back, or, you know, to keep something together, like a deck of cards, you know, you put a rubber band around it so that the cards don't fall everywhere, right? So that's a rubber band, right? So these devices around the chakras that we're going to be removing, it's really easy. They just kind of melt. So it's nice. But I noticed as I was studying the people, the 91 people, people had these rubber band devices binding together different chakras, and it was just making it harder for them to be present. I mean, they could be present, but it was like, it just seemed harder than it should be. And I was looking at, why is it harder than it should be? And I was like, oh yeah, look at that. You know, so, so I learned something new. I mean, because sometimes the reason I need to study everybody so thoroughly is because, you know, I may have an issue that everyone else has, but it's easier for me to see it in somebody else sometimes. But sometimes you guys have an issue that I don't still have. Maybe just, you know, I had an extra liberating lifetime, you know, 5 lives ago, and I got rid of that issue. So not that I'm better than you guys at all. I just, you know, maybe in that case I had a liberating lifetime and I got rid of something. And so, you know, that for that reason, if I don't study you guys, I might not realize that something's occurring because it's not occurring in my chakras. And that's the case with these rubber band devices. I don't have them, and I didn't have them in this life. I had an extra liberating lifetime at some point in the past, and I got rid of them. So they're easy to get rid of. It's cool. You'll like it. So it's literally just like a rubber band that goes around a couple of them and binds them together. So people, young souls, and this is kind of a universal thing unless you clear it, you know, that everybody has them. It's just sort of an effect of like some of the planetary darkness on the planet just oppressing everybody. And so it just sort of happens that people are burdened in this way. But you can clear it, and it's easy. So So younger spirits, they have more of these even affecting their upper chakras, but older souls that are old enough to kind of get my work and understand where I'm coming from and not intensely dislike me don't have the rubber band devices affecting their upper chakras as much. But yeah, I think there is one that goes all the way around 7 to 1. So we'll get rid of that one. And the funny thing about these is there's one that's black and then there's one that's white. Black is the extreme low vibration and white is the extreme high vibration. So those are pretty common colors for like beings that are messing with you or devices that are constricting your energy and messing with you. So anyway, what you do is you imagine the rubber band device that is wrapped around all the way 7 down to 1 and back up again. And imagine and stay grounded, redo your grounding if you're freaked out, just, you know, red or orange or yellow, nice, happy earth energy, la, la, la. Wiggle your toes, touch your face, stay here. And you just melt the rubber band devices. You can even say, you know, maybe the most fun way that I found, because I did have one of them somewhere I found, so I was able to like, you know, practice melting it. It was really fun. So the most fun way that I had was to just like be like, I'm ready to let this go. And then you just get into such non-resistance with it that it just pixelates and melts. So you didn't even add gold light to it. You're just like, I am ready to release this. And it goes and dissolves. So that's the most fun way. So you could try that first in case that works, because it is kind of cool. So you just imagine the 7 to 1 rubber band device that's black and the 7 to 1 rubber band device that's white. Just imagine copies out in front of you and then just be like, I am ready to let these go. So about half of the 91 people that totally worked with, and they're totally jazzed about that. And the other half were like, it didn't work, it's still there. So it's not wrong if it's still there, I promise. Just add gold light. Just add gold light and wash it off. And that'll help, you know, and just think again, you know, I'm ready to let this go. And just... So that worked with most people, but then there's still like a group of 12 people that is still there, so that's okay. The white rubber band and the black rubber band that go from 7 through 1. So you just say, angels, can you help me remove this? All right, cool. So let's see. Yeah, that's fine. So redo your grounding if you need to, red or orange or yellow. Nice big wide grounding all the way down to the core of the earth. So people are like, let's do more. So yeah, see, I think young souls, they have one that binds 7 and 6 together, but nobody of my clients that I'm healing right now, even like somebody's really imbalanced aunt, she doesn't have that either. So it must be like a super young soul thing where they still have that one, the one that binds the 7th and the 6th chakra together, making it harder for them to spin. So we don't have that. So then 765, nobody has that one except super young souls have that. So 7654. No. Yeah. So now it's just the ones that bind the lower chakras. So like 4 through 1. Now, about half of the people have that and about half of them don't. And interestingly, the 4 through 1 one, there's another one that affects the 4th chakra, which we'll do right after this. I'll make notes so I don't forget. Okay. But the people that have these rubber band devices that bind their heart chakra, they are the people, and don't worry, good news, you'll be able to melt it really quickly. But they're the ones that are more prone to like feeling betrayed or abandoned or being resentful, or they'll say, oh, I really hate him. You know, that's like not a weird part of their vocabulary to say that they hate somebody. But even if you don't feel that you're like that, just check just in case. But anyway, so you can have it 4 through 1, like a rubber band device that just binds all 4 of them together, just making it harder for them to spin and be happy. So a black one and a white one. So just, you can just think, I'm ready for this to release. I'm ready for this to clear. And it might just pixelate away, which did happen for about a third of you. And that is fun. But then go ahead, if it didn't happen for you, and the white one and the black one aren't gone, just go ahead, extra gold light, and just melt them. And you can say, angels, can you help me with this if you need to? All right, good job. So we just melted the black rubber band device and the white rubber band device that were going 4 through 1. Okay, so then now there's another one that impacts the 4th chakra. And that's one that goes from the 4th just to the 6th chakra. Which is interesting. And if you know chakras and what each one does, that you can kind of guesstimate that, oh yeah. Because see, if this is blocked and this is blocked, then you're more judgmental and you're more resentful. So it's an interesting one. So, and some people don't have that, but a lot of people have that one. And it doesn't mean that you want to be resentful. It just means that these chakras, have some issues because of the silly rubber band thing wrapped around them. So again, it's from 4 to 6 right there. So it's like a rubber band, a white rubber band, and then there's a black rubber band. So you just imagine both of them, or just imagine them around you if you want, and just let them go. Just say, I'm ready to release this. And just let them melt with the gold light. You can add gold light, like I said. So just deep breath. Good job, guys. So there are just a couple more. Just 2 other kinds. Ones that bind 3 to 1 and ones that bind 2 to 1. So we'll do the 3 to 1 first. So again, some of you already have cleared this just through energy healing work that you've done before without consciously knowing about these little things, these rubber band devices. But I would say maybe about 75% of you have not, of the 91 people that are receiving this healing from me. So anyway, it's just a white hard piece of energy that goes around here from 1 all the way up to 3rd, so binding together 1st chakra, 2nd chakra, and 3rd chakra. And then there's a black rubber band device that's doing the same thing. So you can just imagine them within yourself and just say, I'm ready to let these go. I'm ready to release these. And they may just, turn into little dots of energy and then dissolve right away. And that doesn't work for everyone, which is okay, but it is fun if it does work. So I wanted to give everyone a chance with that one. And then also you can imagine those devices and just use gold light. And let the gold light help that process of letting go and letting it melt away. And all of these really help with work-life balance. Melting all of these help with work-life balance. So melt the white one and the black one that are binding chakras 3, 2, 1 more tightly together than they should be. All right, so now we'll do the one that I actually noticed this is the first one that actually got me noticing this in the first place, because so many people, they had a tight second and first layer of their aura. Like they had so much right with their energy. Maybe because we just did a healing on Tuesday, you know, the triplets up and this are pretty close together, but also I just think with all the techniques and the melting the avoidance librarian that we did in the last triplet and just different techniques, people are getting to be more robust and they're getting more motivated with their self-care, you know. So people had a lot going really great with their energy when I was checking. Not everybody, but a lot of people. But the second and first layers were tight, compressed. So you can intuitively learn to measure your aura layers, which is really useful. It's a quick way to figure out where you're stuck. You just be like, okay, 7th layer, 6th layer, 5th layer, 4th layer, 3rd layer, 2nd layer, 1st layer. You know, you just kind of check the width of each aura layer, and the first one that is tight, then you got to work those layers. So like if 3, 2, 1 is tight, or 2, 1 is tight, or just your first layer is tight, something like that. But anyway, so they may be tight because you have a rubber band device messing with the chakras. So this one we're going to melt is just binding 2 and 1 together. So there's a white rubber band device and a black rubber band device. So first you can just imagine them right in your body and just think, I'm ready to release this. And just let them kind of dissolve and melt away. Deep breath, wiggle your toes, stay here. And then if that didn't totally melt it, just add gold light to the process. And, you know, maybe just think of right in your body and melt it like that, or copies out in front of you. Just imagine the rubber band devices themselves, the black one and the white one, that bind together your second and your first chakra, and just let those little rubber band devices melt. So the fun thing with this is that I was thinking it might happen, but I wasn't sure that it would, that people around you, like your neighbors even, some of them are going to be melting their rubber band devices automatically because you melted yours. Just that happens in energy work when everybody's stuck in the same way. If somebody unsticks themselves, then a lot of times, you know, it creates this positive ripple effect, and other people like subconsciously unblock as well because they're like, oh, I didn't realize I could do that. Oh, well, yeah, sure, of course, you know. So I'm noticing like my neighbors are all melting their rubber band devices right now. And my genetic family members that didn't get the healing today are melting theirs, and, you know, different people. So most likely this helped out your kids, and, you know, if you didn't pay for your kids, it might have helped them anyway. Or, you know, a cousin that didn't get the healing, maybe they just melted theirs. So this is a fun ripple effect just because everybody had the same ones. And so when you melt them, then it just inspires others without, you don't have to say anything or do anything for that to happen. Okay. So good job. So I want to look at that, feel the before and after. So go ahead and do that for yourself. Just have a copy in front of you of your aura and your grounding and your chakras, and just feel through it with your hands. And, you know, you may think, oh, I don't feel energy, Janet. Just go for it. You know, just gold light, wash out any blockages in your aura, your grounding, your chakras, and just kind of get a sense of how it feels right now. Is it more flowing? What does it feel like to you? For me, when I sense people's chakras and the difference, it's like that the chakras just don't have to work as hard. Like, it's like, you know, they're like little motors, and they're just you know, making less like struggling sounds. They're just like more peaceful, these little motors. And again, unblock your grounding, because this will cause you to release a lot more. And so you want to make sure that grounding is unblocked. You don't want to feel exhausted or cranky or anything. So just unblock your grounding. Imagine rocks in there, melt them. Imagine a stack of books in there and melt it. You know, whatever it could be, just melt, melt, melt. So that you have like a big waterfall flowing down real fast. Even in the back, even in the center of it. Oh, yay. Okay. So how does that help work-life balance? Well, it helps everything, first of all, what we just did. But then how it helps work-life balance is just, you know, if it's easier to be you, then you can, you know, you can get your work done and have time for, you know, play. It just going to uncomplicate things. But now we'll do an overt thing to help you that's more explicitly about work-life balance, which is unblocking your spiritual path. And we'll specifically unblock for work-life balance, but also just in general unblock, because you know, to have work and your personal life balanced, you really gotta, you know, fix a lot, kind of, you know. It's possible, but so that's why we're gonna just do an overall clearing of this, of your spiritual path, and then specifically to work-life balance. So I do have a spiritual path video, which is probably, I'll try to link it below later. If you search Janet Wright Own Path Clear Punishment, you'll find it. Janet Wright Own Path Clear Punishment. It has an image of a road, like, and it's like blue or something. But anyway, so your spiritual path is the road that's just for you, and it represents what you're meant to learn in this lifetime and the progress that you can make. And so you can kind of look at you on your road, your individual, unique, personal road, and see, are you moving forward? Are you just standing there kind of stunned? Are you sitting on the sidelines kind of overwhelmed? Are you distracting yourself on some side road? You know, where are you at in relation to your spiritual path? And if you're moving forward right down the middle, then you're making nice progress, right? So let's unblock the spiritual path. So, like, because in that example I gave a little bit earlier in this live stream, you know, if things just seem too hard, like harder than they should be, you could just have a lot of clutter on your spiritual path, which could be beings, it could be people's energy that has been dumped there recently or dumped there a long time ago. There could be all sorts of things. But one easy way to clear it out is you just imagine like a big gold tidal wave and just wash it forward, you know, or a big gold wall, or big gold wall of flames, you know, gold fire, and just wash, you know, so it's giant, it's high and it's wide, so it gets the whole path cleared off. And just imagine a copy of your spiritual path out in front of you, and just use that gold wall of fire and just, you know, burn everything out. Because gold light doesn't hurt anybody. But they don't belong, people don't belong on your spiritual path, right? So it's just gonna heal them and pop them back onto their own path. So lots of gold light, and just imagine you're just gonna clear out anything that's not you from your spiritual path. Because, like, even if you have a best friend or you have a partner or you're close to your mom or your dad or whatever, they have their own path and they're gonna be happiest on their path and not on your path. Okay, so just wash everybody out. Lots of gold fire, gold water, whatever you need, just clear out. Even above, you know, so it's like the sky above you as you travel your path. You want like a nice sky. You don't want like clouds and heavy stuff, right? So just a nice wall of gold light to melt away any blockages on your path that are healthy and gentle to clear right now. So anything at all, just get rid of it. We already did vacuum boxes on here, which is a good thing to do. Okay, so we did the wall of gold fire on your spiritual path. Okay, or gold water, whatever imagery is best for you. But then now imagine anything that is specifically messing with your work-life balance. Maybe making you overwork, or maybe making you, let's see, overwork, or think about work all the time, or maybe making you just forget about different personal life needs that you have that you could be fulfilling. Maybe just making everything seem so complicated, like you're always fighting, you're always struggling. That can literally be because of things that don't belong there on your path. So go ahead and just imagine anything that's getting in the way of your work-life, personal life balance. And just imagine that on your path and clear it off with gold light. Okay, so I think that's enough for spiritual path work. So I'm gonna check, see where people are at. So we'll have a little quiet moment. So you can notice a before and after, comb through your aura and your grounding. Notice how you feel after having unblocked your spiritual path. The sense I get is that for people, there's more simplicity. There's more of a like clarity, simplicity, less of a like a struggle kind of a feeling. So now Ariel wants to say hi and speak a little bit. So what I'm about to do is not channeling, it's just telepathy where you hear and then I'm saying out loud what I'm hearing. So with telepathy, there's no cords, there's no energy connection between me and Archangel Ariel. She's just talking and I'm just hearing it and saying out loud what I hear. So that's telepathy, which is an ability that anyone has the potential to develop more and more. Even if you have zero of it right now, at one point in my life I had zero of it and I just thought telepathy sounded like the coolest thing ever. So I was like, okay, I want that, and so I just kept healing myself, getting more present, and then eventually I did have it. So anyways, it's not something that only a select few can do. So telepathy, the useful aspects of that, very useful, is like hearing your angels on major decisions, or even little things too, daily little decisions. Hearing your angels, talking to your pets, all sorts of fun stuff. Okay, so anyway, Ariel. Hi everybody, welcome to the healing for work-life balance and chakra rubber band device removal. I'm so glad that we were able to fit that technique in. It's such a good one, and it's really a way to expand the the positive effects of this work-life balance healing in a big way. So those chakra rubber bands, as Janet explained it, it's a result of dark energy that exists on the planet, and dark energy does affect people in certain ways. But it's a good example of how you can counteract those effects just by being more present and self-healing and working on your flow and presence and grounding. You can be safer and safer and more flowing and more joyous. So there's no need to have fear about planetary darkness energy. It's just nice to keep healing yourself so that you get stronger and more creative and more loving and happier. Which is a gradual process, so don't lose hope if you don't feel that way yet. It's okay. You gotta start somewhere. And as far as work-life balance, I did want to speak specifically. I know certain cultures tend to overwork more than other cultures. For example, it does seem like the US overworks more than some other cultures typically, but it is probably a pretty universal human imbalance. So this is not only about overworking though, it's about how you relate to your work and if your work is your identity or not, and if you're, do you do what you love? Does your work diminish you? Your personal life, are you really you in your personal life? Is your personal life for you? Are you able to rebuild and regenerate your energy? When people sleep, the physical body rebuilds and regenerates itself, but it's not a given that people on a spirit level rebuild and regenerate themselves during their life. Most people do it to some extent, but the potential for improvement is vast and extraordinary. So the more that you fine-tune your personal life, as well as your work life, but it's more of a fine-tuning of your personal life, you can rebuild and regenerate your energy and yourself, and to continue to nourish yourself, which is how Janet doesn't look like she's 50, even though she is 50. That's embarrassing when they use me as an example. But anyway, okay, so Ariel says Janet doesn't look 50 because she releases oppressive energies from her spirit, and she rebuilds, and she understands that there's no limit to what you can clear. You can always clear trauma. You can always regenerate yourself after trauma. And it takes time, and it takes courage, and it takes commitment, but it's always possible. So now on to less embarrassing things for Janet, which is good. Okay, Ariel's saying, so part of why people overwork, or why they may create a lot of conflicts in their work, they may manifest continual complexities and dramas in their work, is because of childhood in this life and in past lives. So we're going to do some inner child healing and some wound healing so that you can heal the wounds and heal your parts of your inner child that are wounded, so that you don't need to have imbalances with work because of that. Some people, they play too much and don't work enough. They don't have discipline because of childhood issues. Sometimes they have way too much discipline and they don't play at all. And that also could be because of childhood issues. For example, maybe they're still trying to impress mommy and daddy, even though they're 60 years old. So maybe they're still trying to be better than a sibling, even though, they're full-grown adults now. Even it could be too, you're working extra hard or playing extra hard because of some old conflict, some old family-related, childhood-related conflict in a past life, even that, of course, you don't remember right now. So so that's why I'm going to have Janet walk you through those two different exercises that are complementary. Healing original wounds that are causing work-life balance issues, and also healing wounded inner child parts of you from this or past lives. So healing wounds, healing inner child parts of you, wounded inner child parts of you. Okay, so Janet can walk you through that now. All right, there you go. So now we're going to do healing wounds, which is super easy, and then healing wounded inner child parts of you. And specifically parts of you that are wounds and wounded inner child parts of you that are causing work-life balance issues. So let's do that now. So maybe just check your grounding for a sec, you know, big red or orange or yellow grounding all the way down to the core of the earth. Maybe remake it. That's nice. Oh, redo your super buffers. I've said that telepathically to the 91 participants like 3 times already, but I didn't say it consciously yet. So redo your super buffers. And if you don't know what that is, it's gold energy aura buffer zones, but with 100 times more gold light. If you don't know what gold energy aura buffer zones are, they're to protect your aura. And there's a video that's 18 minutes called Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones. I'll link it below later, or you could search YouTube Janet Wright gold buffers and you'll find it. Okay, so you redid your super buffers. So now the healing the wounds is super easy. I like it. So you imagine the wound like a wound, like, you know, if you get a cut or something, you know, but you just imagine a copy of it out in front of you. Or you can imagine like a hole in the ground, you know, that you're going to heal up and mend up and it grows up so it's not a hole anymore. However you want to imagine the wound is okay. But let's imagine one at a time, just at first, wounds that are messing with your past life, messing with your work-life balance. So it could be from this life or a past life, but it's a wound that happened before. And so you just imagine the wound out in front of you, just one that's healthy and gentle to work on and heal. And then you imagine the wound like a hole in the ground or like a big gash or something, and just use lots of gold light and wash it out with the gold light so that it mends up and repairs itself. And if it didn't finish healing, you could pause and do another 30 seconds or so. But if you feel like you need help, just say, angels, can you please help me heal this? And they will. So we did one wound. So let's do like 3 at once. Or however many you feel like you want to do at once, you know. If you want to do just one at a time, that's fine too. But from present or past lives, but wounds that, you know, they're from before. And you know, so it could be childhood, it could be a past life, whatever. It could be, you know, your adult life at some point. But imagine a wound that is messing now with your work-life balance, right? And you can imagine, like I said, a couple of them, like 6 of them, if you want, and just heal them all at once. Lots of gold light, wash them out. And just let the wounds heal. Deep breath. You can think about, I can heal. It's okay. It's time to heal. All right. Good job. Woohoo. So if you want, you can do another batch. Just pause the video, do another batch, but I'm going to move on. So that was healing the wounds that are messing with your work-life balance now. So then now we're going to do inner child healing. So as Ariel said, we're gonna heal your inner child in your little parts of wounded inner child that you have. So it's you from a childhood. It could be from a past life childhood even, or this childhood. And let's just do one for starters. So just imagine you can make like a little chair or a little blanket for this part of you, this wounded inner child part of you, and just, you know, have the smart, wise part of you place this little piece of your energy, this wounded inner child part of you, out in front of you. And it can be far in front of you if you don't want to feel it. But just imagine her or him, you know, little you in the chair. And then just say hi. And you don't have to interact too much. I mean, you could pause the video and kind of have a big old conversation with this part of you. But if you get upset about it, I would say you're getting too serious about it, you know? Just go ahead and heal this little part of you. So just use gold light and just wash the aura and the body of this little wounded inner child part of you, and the grounding. Just lots of gold light. And you can say something comforting as you do it, like, it's okay, it's all right. So good job. Now, if that little inner child part of you is not finished healing, just say, angels, can you please finish healing this little inner child part of me? And depending on how easy that was for you, if you felt like that was really easy, then you can actually do, like, say 3 of them at once next time. Then now when we do it, if you felt like, oh, that was kind of a big thing, then just do 1 more, you know? But you pick an inner child part of you, either from this life or a past life, and it's just the optimal one for you to heal right now. It's healthy and gentle, and it would really help your work-life balance space. So just imagine 1 or 3 or 4. You know, I think I'll do 3, you know. So just imagine 3 little inner child parts of you in 3 different little playrooms, you know, or little play areas, play gardens, and just lots of gold light. Just say, it's okay, it's all right, it's gonna be okay. I'm here now, it's okay, you know, and just let these parts of you heal. You know, you can say comforting things like, now you're safe, it's okay, it's all right, it's gonna be okay. And it really will be okay, because now you're giving this part of you an energy healing. All right, good job, guys. So you just gave little inner child parts of you a healing, little wounded inner child parts of you healing, so that those parts of you then are now healed and they come back to you. So you're not sort of separated off into these wounded parts, which is good. A lot of times, if you feel like you're not evolving the way you should, like you're doing all this work and you're still not moving forward, sometimes your path is blocked, your spiritual path, which we already unblocked earlier in this healing. But other times you need some inner child healing, because there's like, it's like you separate off these wounded parts and they're just not getting the healing that you're giving most of you. So you kind of, you know, you have to imagine and find these special separated off wounded parts of you and heal them individually. And then you might find that you make the progress that you thought you should be making based on how much you're healing yourself. Okay, cool. So let me check out everybody, see how it's going. So keep breathing. You could, have your beverage, redo your grounding if you want. Wiggle your toes, maybe do a little stretching. Connecting with your body helps you to be in the present. And since we were healing things from the past, it's nice to kind of make sure that you're really here as much as possible. Okay, so now let's repair good karma windows or recreate them. If you're healing yourself, you can just recreate them. If you're healing somebody else, like say your child, I would say just use gold light and don't create something in someone else's space that then stays there, because that doesn't help them, even if you're their mom and you mean well. But if you just use gold light in this good karma windows area in the back right here, then it'll allow your good karma windows to recreate themselves. But if you're healing yourself, you can just recreate them. So they're back here. They're between the base of your skull, the back of your neck, and the edge of your aura back here. And each 7 layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, has a window that's got a triple frame on it, and it's the color of the aura layer. So, if you have the rainbow system, then red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deep blue, purple. And so you just recreate them because they could be broken, like little parts of them broken off. And how that happens is if you get an especially hard whack sometimes in the back here, it can just bust some of them or all of them. And then maybe you fixed your aura, but you didn't recreate your good karma windows. Like that is true for a couple people I know. They know how to repair their aura, but they don't realize that, if the whack is somewhere here, it might have destroyed some of their good karma windows. So then they repair their aura, but they still don't feel quite right. They might feel a little on edge, a little extra tension back here. It's because they need to recreate their good karma windows. So it just takes a second. You just, get rid of the old ones and let yourself recreate the new ones. Just, all 7 little windows back here. And again, if you're healing somebody else, like your child, just lots of gold light here, and they will repair themselves. And that's fine if you're healing yourself too. You can do it that way. Like say if you think you might mess it up if you recreate them, just use lots of gold light and that'll repair them. Some people were scattered yesterday when I checked, like parts of their energy was like far off. But the removing the rubber band devices was so intriguing to everybody that everybody came back. So now nobody in the 91 people has scattering issues right now, even the ones that did yesterday. So that's pretty cool. But that's an example of how sometimes you do one thing and it fixes something else as well. But interestingly enough, that's a lot of times aura repair doesn't happen unless you just literally repair your aura. So like this one person, she's like, oh, that's interesting that my aura was damaged yesterday and it's still damaged today because I got this healing on my shoulder and my, arm and this and that. And it's like, well, yeah, but that's not surprising to me because if your aura is ripped, it's just ripped. You have to have explicit aura repair. I mean, unless your angels do it for you. But like you can see all sorts of people who do lots of yoga or whatever, like other forms of healing, and their aura may still look like total crap, like as far as being all ripped and half missing in the back. So aura repair is I mean, it would be nice if it just kind of automatically did it and you didn't have to do it overtly, but from what I've seen, that's just a lot of times you just have to do it. You know, you need aura repair, you got to do aura repair. So anyway, just a heads up on that. But we did now just recreate or, you know, allow them to repair the good karma windows, and that's done. So we did inner wound healing, we did inner child healing. We did the spiritual path stuff, unblocking. Jophiel wants to talk, Archangel Jophiel, so that's cool. Hey everybody, welcome to the Work-Life Balance Healing. And so I'm actually going to give an energy healing now. I'm going to help you guys realign to your purpose, your energy about your personal life and your energy about your work life. So it'll be kind of like a 7th chakra healing, but then it'll help all the other chakras to adjust. And part of what this healing does is it just allows you to remember who you are. It's a little bit like what the October triplet set's going to be about, realigning to your true self. This will be maybe a mini version of that as far as for your personal life and your work life right now. So I'm just going to send gold light to people's 7th chakras and then to all the chakras to help them realign, but first just to the 7th chakra. So as an archangel, I'm not entering your space at all. It's just gold light coming towards you, and you can receive it or not. But it's gold universal healing energy. It's not my energy, and so, but I'm not courting or attaching to anybody because that would be invasive, and that's not what I do. So I'm sending this energy to allow you to remember more of who you are and what you need in your personal life to feel restored and balanced and well. What do you need in your personal life to feel balanced and restored and well? Just allow this gold light to be enough. Allow this gold light to heal your 7th chakra in the top of your head so that you feel more balanced and well, more restored, more at peace, more comfortable with who you are, more comfortable with your life. Imagine that your life is not against you, that your life is like a canvas and you can paint on it and create and thrive. And now I'm sending gold light to your 7th chakra to help you readjust your work life. And even for my people that are retired, this could help you in your next life. It could also help you with projects that you have. And children, it can help you with homework projects. So allow yourself to realign and be more than your work. Be more than your projects. Be more than your career, even if your career is a vocation. You're an eternal soul, and you've had many vocations and many projects and many jobs. So just try to remember that. Allow yourself to remember that. Relax in the knowledge of who you are. And don't worry that a lot of that is subconscious, your knowledge of who you are, but just relax so that more of that subconscious knowledge can be conscious, so you can have a greater sense of who you are, and that your current vocation, your current job, your current projects do not and cannot define you. You are more. You are an eternal soul, and you can just relax and enjoy that knowledge that you've seen a lot and you've done a lot. And your current projects, your current jobs, are just vehicles to help you grow and learn and allow a realignment to happen so that your jobs are for you, your career is for you, your projects are for you, and your learning and your growth. Allow the gold light coming to your 7th chakra to restore you, to rebuild your energy. And now allow your other chakras, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down your spine, to adjust to this new sense of who you are as an eternal spirit and how restored and whole you are now as an eternal spirit. Deep breath. Be in your toes, be in your knees, be in all your major joints, your hips, your shoulders, your spine, your skull. Breathe in to your physical body, every cell in your body, every bone in your body. Allow your bones to resonate with who you are as a person. Allow the energy of your body to support you as an eternal soul. Redo your grounding. Recreate your grounding at red or orange or yellow in a way that supports you. It supports your work-life balance, and it supports you as a wise and safe older soul. Thank you very much. I will give it back to Janet now. Well, that was nice. Thank you, Jophiel. Very nice. So I'm going to check everybody's energy. Just going to unblock the second and the first layer, just right above the head and right below the feet, just a little bit extra. And unblock the second and the first chakras themselves, just a little bit extra. So second chakra right here below the belly button, first chakra below the base, or at the base of the spine. So second, first chakra. Just imagine the 2 cylinders. If you're doing this healing for yourself, just imagine the 2 cylinders with the round openings and just unblock the round openings in the front and the back. And be in your legs as much as you can be. Just let your spirit be there. All right. So we can just end by asking the angels for a blessing and healing. Angels, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? And if you want, also you can say Archangel Ariel, Archangel Jophiel, can you give me a blessing and a healing? And if you have any leftover energy blocks that are triggered, just make a big gold blanket out in front of you and dump those extra energy blocks onto the blanket and just melt those energy blocks. Anything that's making you uncomfortable, just imagine piles of energy blocks out in front of you and melt them with gold light. All right, good job, guys. Woohoo! We are done with the healing. So I'm just going to read a little bit of the comments. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them because we are going to have in 15 minutes, I'm going to do a separate live stream, Q&A live stream. It can be any of your questions about work-life balance or any energy issue at all, any energy healing meditation issue, just a life issue that you want to know what video would help with that, anything like that. That could be a part of the Q&A live stream that I'm going to be doing in 15 minutes. So if you want to do that one and you're kind of unfamiliar on how, you just go to my YouTube page, janetwrightreadings.com, and there will be an event that says Q&A with today, and it's about to start, and just click on that and just wait until it starts. Okay, so, and you could also, in the minute or two that we still have, well, 5 minutes or so that we still have in this live stream, please give it a thumbs up if you would, if you don't mind. And because I forgot to mention that. And also, if you have any comments about any part of this healing, if you felt a certain way or how you feel right now, and also if you could comment on if you healed yourself and you got the healing from me, or you just healed yourself, or you just received from me, put that with how you feel right now. That's interesting context. But yeah, if you have any comments about the rubber band device removals around the chakras, or anything, unblocking the spiritual path, or messages from Ariel or Jophiel. Anyway, okay, cool. So I'm looking at the comments. Good mornings, we can hear you. Greetings, looking forward to the healing and learning. Hi Janet, good morning. I'm so excited for today's healing. Hi Janet, hi everyone. Hello Janet, hi Janet. My aura is so much fuller after the rubber band exercise. Nice, good to know. Someone says, woke up this morning at my regular time around 6:30, then fell back asleep hard with wild dreams, thinking that it might have something to do with the healing, since sometimes you fall asleep during it. Yeah, there was a lot of angel prep that happened before the healing, the nights before, because I noticed that even when I was checking people yesterday, checking their energy, some people weren't open to it, and so the angels were trying to repair their aura and it wasn't working, or the angels were trying to repair the good karma windows and it wasn't working. So then I needed to do it today. But some people, they got all sorts of elaborate repairs as just part of the prep this week in their sleep with the angels. So that was interesting. So yeah, lots of angel prep for these healings that you get in your sleep. How often should we do the rubber band exercise? Great question. Too bad I wasn't clear enough when we did it. Yeah, you probably only have to do it once and then they're melted. So if you got the healing, then you probably don't have to do it on your own, but you could check, maybe there's one that we missed. So you could definitely, if you notice something like that, then yeah, you can definitely do it. But if you received the healing or you've done it on yourself once, both the black and white ones in each one, you can just hunt for some extras somewhere around, rubber bands that are kind of binding them together. You can also have bands just around the chakra itself, all around. That's possible too. So you could do and keep looking for those. Like maybe there's a band just around your heart chakra, kind of keeping it real tight and clamped. So you could melt those. So there's a lot of room to just keep redoing and keep looking. But the ones that bind the chakras together, the ones that we did are now gone, but like I said, you may have some others. So yeah, you can check. How often, it doesn't really matter. Someone says, hi, can you please upload that video again because I'm late? Good night. Yeah, I think you're misunderstanding what's going on. Upload that video again because I'm late. Yeah, I don't know. If you click subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I think you are subscribed, and you click the bell icon, then for notifications, then you'll receive this live stream as a video. YouTube will email it to you. As soon as the live stream ends, you'll get an email with the video, and then you can, because I don't upload this. It's this massive thing. It's 2 hours of live video. I would never be able to upload it. I'd have to get a giant corporation level of computer power. No, YouTube keeps this and it saves it and posts it right away for subscribers. And for some reason, it sits on it for a day and posts it to my YouTube channel page a day late for everybody else who's not subscribed. So go figure. But anyway, yeah, so if you click the notification bell, you're going to receive an email with this video right away when we log off in a few minutes. Someone says, I feel really mellow, but I have a bit of a headache. I was part of the healing. Interesting. Yeah, you do have you have like a, you have a, like an ice pick or something that someone just went like, like right here. And it's kind of like, it kind of nicks the side of your sixth chakra right there. And so, yeah, if you have a bit of a headache, just kind of look for hard devices. Or also, this isn't true with you, but for other people, headaches also could be GV meridian damage. So there's a meridian that starts in the crotch and it goes all the way up and around the head, and then it ends in the roof of the mouth. And so GV meridian, just because of how important it is and that the fact that it wraps around the head, that can lead to headaches if you have damage there. So I have a GV meridian repair video. If you search Janet Wright, GV meridian, GV for governing vessel. But for you, it's just some hard, spiky pieces of energy that you can just sort of imagine and lift out and then re-heal that part of your aura. And there's just the slightest little bit of sixth chakra damage that thing caused too. Someone says, thank you so much. I feel much more grounded, present, and aligned. Oh, good to know. Thank you. Someone says, thank you so much, Janet. It was great. You're welcome. Someone says, woo, thank you. You're welcome. Woo. Thank you, Janet. Someone says, the Archangel Jophiel sending energy was great. Thank you. Yeah. You know, I have no power over them. So like if they want to send energy or not, you know, it's just like, whatever, you know, thanks. I mean, it's not my place, you know, but that is extra exciting when they do that. But yeah, say you're listening later as a video, you're like, oh, I missed it. The Archangel Jophiel, you can still say, Archangel Jophiel, can you give me that healing that you're talking about in this video right now? You know, and she'll be happy to do that. So it's not like a one-time thing. If you're listening later, you can keep getting healings from Archangel Jophiel. Just say hi to her and remind her, hey, Archangel Jophiel, I'm listening to this again. Can we do the same healing again to help my work-life balance? So yeah. Someone says, was in healing and healed myself. On the second half, feel more relaxed and confident. Good. I'm happy for you. That's really good. Someone says, thank you, Janet. You're welcome. You're very welcome to be a part of this. Heal yourself as you watch. And you're welcome to, you know, do the Q&A live stream. During the Q&A, I will say, just because some people don't understand how it works. So during the Q&A at the start, you can post 1 or 2 questions max. Please don't post your whole life story. Just, you know, keep the questions brief, 1 or 2 max. And please do not answer other people's questions. Just like chill out, you know, post your 1 or 2 questions and then just relax and listen. Because I'd rather that if you address people, just make it general and positive, like, hi everyone, yay, yay for healing, you know, because I want people to feel like they have their privacy and they're not being addressed by some stranger other than me. Okay, so anyway, that's the Q&A that we're gonna do in 7-ish minutes. We'll see. Someone says, thank you, Janet. I totally fell asleep. Yeah, that's not unusual. Just the angels, you know, they wanted you to clear extra amount. And sometimes, you know, if you're not used to clearing large amounts and staying awake, then the other option is to just be asleep while your angels help you clear the large amount. So yeah, you get the healing either way. I heal a lot of people while they're asleep, but it's okay. But I would say I would extra recommend the video then, doing the video. If you want, if you have time, even if you're just half listening as you do simple tasks, just so that you get the conscious version of it as well. Someone says, thank you for healing my friend. Yes, I will be curious to see if she feels better this week consciously. Yes, she does not know she received the healing. Yes, I'm aware of that. And she did like, she liked, on a spirit level, she liked removing the chakra bands, because I checked, because she's a newbie, so I kind of looked at her at one point and she's like, whoa, that was good. So I don't know if she'll consciously feel different later. You know, that's different sometimes. Sometimes when people are newbies, there's this big divide between how well their spirit is doing, and their spirit could be doing so much better, but consciously they'll be like, no, nothing's different. So you never know with newbies, but it's more fun, obviously, if she does feel better consciously. Let's see. Someone says, thank you. I was looking, but I couldn't see that ice pick. Yep. Well, could imagine it. Use your imagination. Don't use your intuition. Sometimes too, if you like divide up a space, you know, and you're thinking like, okay, well, I have a headache, so something's wrong with my head, right? And then, okay, is there something wrong on this side or something wrong on this side? And, you know, obviously sometimes the pain gives you a clue because it's like you have a specific pain at a specific location. So that would help. And then you just kind of imagine from there and maybe feel the area. Sometimes you can feel it with your hands faster than you can see it or intuit it. It's like if you use all your abilities each time, then something's gonna work. Someone says, I felt the same pins I had with GV damage behind my head when we released the first rubber band, did some extra GV mini healing. Cool. Yeah, I mean, releasing those rubber bands causes a big adjustment. So you probably came in more and then you felt something that was already there. So interesting. Someone says, I got a massive angel healing clearing last night. Yes. A lot of people did. A lot of people did even before last night, because as I said, I checked everyone yesterday during the afternoon, evening, and a lot of people had been getting a lot of healing this week as a prep for this healing. Okay, great. You guys are so awesome. And like I said at the start, if you want to see the group healing themes through March of next year, March of 2021, they're posted on my website, which is exciting. You might like to think about them, and I don't know if you want. So that is on my website, janetwrightreadings.com, same as this YouTube channel. And then there's a sessions menu and pay here or something. And that's where everything's listed. And the October sessions are available right now, and they will not last forever. They do sell out. There's a max number. So you can check that out too if you wish. What else do I want to say? That's it. I will see you soon. Those of you who want, at the Q&A, which is going to happen in 3-ish minutes, maybe 5 minutes. We'll see. All right. Bye.